Standing in the folded room looking out. Cold snow wind aesthetic translation. Current outside. People don't have enough electricity and heavy machinery use to destroy the building. It's impossible to use the power of a large number of people. As long as I stay here and don't get out. Everyone in the Kia apartment complex moves together. I can't do anything. That's what I said. A while later, Truong-yi is sweating against her chin thinking. But if thousands of people attack at the same time, how long do we have to kill? If I let them not, they will surely attack again. What should I do? Suddenly, when Zhang-yi was sad, then the phone rang. New message. If you pick up the phone, it's Li's message. Mr. Zhang, we sincerely hope to cooperate with you. Let's build a peaceful society in the end times. Court 18. Only 5 old people died from extreme cold complications. Through the proper distribution of resources, people now live very harmoniously. I think this is the best way to survive in the end times. Preserving the flame of human civilization. It's also good for post-disaster reconstruction. We're currently short of food. Because I hope to work with you. Yes, we can provide human resources. Resources to try to meet your requirements. We can support you at the same time. Coordinate relationships with other buildings. Avoid conflict occurring. I finished reading Li's messages. The movement must also exclaim. No Tiger is the CFO, not just how to manage. They also know how to maximize their benefits. Right after that, Zhang Yi turned to ask his encyclopedia. Do you understand the situation in Court 18? Did you hear a little? I heard that their judge is a charismatic person. After the disaster, he united all the residents. Implement a uniform distribution of resources. Most people have survived to this day. Well, that's genius. But only with those things. They want to survive in the end times. It's still unthinkable. Soon after, Zhuang rep what you said. You can consider it and I will reply later. The rest of the requirements are no different. The conditions they gave. Haha, young man hugging girl while muttering. There are now only 2 choices, war or peace. Kill them all and waste your precious ammunition. Most people don't hold grudges. Killing too much will also affect your health. The spirit of hearing these words Chow aesthetic. The lives of all. It's in his mind. Fortunately, I chose the translation. Right then young bunny card. It's a tough question to ask in Chow's ear. I think you should choose SAO. I don't know where the young man is now. Chow replied in a stuttering voice. If the war. I'm sure you can win. If not, even the provision of resources to groups. Control of the courts. It's definitely hard to carry. Who next is a more difficult question of the translation chapter. So there's a way that we don't have to kill them. Can we just get out of this mess? The young man asked and answered himself. Although it's a bit of a reality, but you left this apartment. Find somewhere else to live. It's easy not to say. I don't know what young people are doing. My face is red. The mouth goes on. It takes a lot of work. Power for safe housing installed into the building frame. The ability cannot be moved. Why do I leave the current fulcrum? At Zhang Yi's request, she cut off her bulletproof vest. Just cut that Chao Kai Ni difficult to understand. What do you want to do when you cut your vest? The young man replied with a green sentence. Tied in feet for protection. Be prepared is not wrong. And then the young man texted the apartment group. Tag all members in a message. Now we're in a major crisis. Someone wants to steal our food. Some nearby buildings. I'm hungry, I can find food. People should threaten me. They said, if I don't give them food and snowmobiles, they're going to attack our building. The rest of you rep. What do these bastards think? If you have talent, find it yourself. Fight with them, determined to protect our food. You can't give them a grain of rice. But now the building has 30 to 40 people. If other courts attack us together, can it be kept? There's only one snowmobile. People should think carefully. Once you share your means and your food with me, I have no opinion. The rest of you, don't think about the soup. Life and death are entirely up to you. I see. Then fight them. These foods are ours. Why give them? After provoking the general, and direct the people in the apartment. According to my thinking, the new Truong-yi is safe. Good to have someone invite to join the group. I blocked the invitation from a stranger that at SAO is still. Chief Condominium Negotiation Department. Tran Lin Nok. I'd like to invite you to the Chief Negotiator's office. See the message of Lin Nok Truong Cosmetic Translation. Looks like you're ready to show your attitude to me. Right now, persistent messages are sent in the group. Tran Lin Nok Building Number 9. I've pulled the plug. Everybody's talking about it. Royal Power Building Number 21. I heard that you have been living well these days. We eat every day without thinking about us, the poor neighbors. Hong Tian launched Building 26. If you give up negotiations now, we can't guarantee what happens. Building 18, people should talk less. We're in a group that we hope to resolve by negotiation, not to kill each other. Royal Power Building Number 21. Your mouth is smooth. Tell me our terms. I'll hand it over to the kid. Lisai Building Number 18. Truong translated it this way. The other units talk to each other. Come up with a reasonable plan. I hope you agree to coexist. 1. The current 29 surviving units have been unified. If you don't accept the conditions, they will become enemies too. You have to provide supplies to ensure our basic living needs. In exchange, we'll build your 25th building. BA to make sure you can make the commitment. Snowmobile that people will take turns using. Become a common property of Zone 4. Food supply, raw material, machinery. You know you have to share everything now. See all this VA shit. The plague is exasperated, or find a way to get rid of them. After a minute of anger, calm down. You can't do that. There's a safety hole. I even want to get rid of it. I also have to destroy them one by one. Think of a safer way. A moment of impulsivity is a lifetime of impulsivity. Be calm. Waiting for the young man to think of something. That's right. It's a dangerous sight. Instead, capture the king before the enemy. Move the scene to the next day. Armed youth and weapons. Spraying people from head to toe. He had a dagger on his leg and carried a long sword. Whatever they are, I didn't exactly estimate my firepower. Pretend to negotiate and lure those people out. Lead into the circle. Prepared and swept away. Young man grips hands confidently. When all the hands and all the units are gathered, just throw a grenade. Even if you don't die, you're disabled. Just waiting for the fish to catch. The young man opened the door to go out. Right now, the view is encouraging the people of apartment 25 with portions of food. It's all supported by Truong Yi. They're coming to negotiate with us, then eat more, for the good protection of our common home. The people who eat hamburgers, the chicken thighs, cry. The blonde is delicious. According to Mr. Zhang, it was the greatest luck of my life. The other name agrees. I will follow you for the rest of my life. I saw Zhang Yi go to the confused people to ask, Mr. Truong Yi, do you really want to negotiate peace like I said? We can go back to normal life later. Right, Zhang Yi quickly replied. Just negotiate this time successfully. People solve the food problem. There will be no more bloodshed. For everyone, for a bright future. I ask you to do your best today. Stand in a position of order. Victory is at hand. Young people right now. As long as they're all dead, what do you have to worry about the future? With the people of the building 25 slowly come out of the snow tunnel, they quickly went to the rendezvous point. There are a lot of people waiting right now. Their hands are full of weapons. Zhang Yi was angry when he saw this scene. You want to play a trick on me? A guy who sees the east too. You have to worry too. Why do so many people rush to the end? Zhang Yi is angry. Call the enemy on the phone and shout. Everybody back away, or you wouldn't have come here today. To negotiate with so many people, what does a 5-inch weapon mean? Right now, Zhang Yi moved away from the court 25, and make a phone call. The view over there is a bit crowded. I'm afraid the kids can't hold you back. Young man goes to a high position. Then he pulled out his sniper rifle. Don't worry, I'm here to provide fire support. In the distance alone is the location of Zhang Yi. To a single group of people, view and others of court 25. There are 4 groups of people. The rest are people from other buildings. The blonde standing near the view spoke up. It's not about SAO negotiations. They have this form. It's not like going to a negotiation. The name next to me also agrees. They clearly want to destroy us. Channel secured RA video with script. Fastest read voice on YouTube. Please give me a like. Comments to get motivated quick out the next videos. Remember to subscribe to the channel and ring the bell to watch as quickly as possible. Young men building 25. There's a little panic. What did you see in the view? If they wanted to fight, they'd have come a long time ago. What are you waiting to do? Let's give you a chance to run. The guy next to the view asked the view. They are too many. I'm sure everyone in the apartment building is coming, so how do we fight? You don't have to worry. Their target is not you. It's about pushing the envelope in the negotiation. Take a slow look at the situation. Then the king said. One more, think about it. What do we have for them to crave? The young man also nodded as he heard the king say that. You're right. That's what you said, right? On the other side are the leaders. The name of the glasses is the Sword of Building 18. My sister is Tran Lin Nok, Building number 9. Next to the red head in the middle is the king. Building 21. Long hair name is Truong Nok, enter Building number 5. Finally, the emperor launched the state. Building 26. Invite us to your grave. Invite the tiger to the cave to see if there is enough bravery. In the negotiation cannot miss any AI. We can't let others. Talk to Zhang Yi in private. You can also push out bullets if necessary. The king spoke first. Have you seen them? Just look at the number of our people. I'm afraid to piss my pants. The emperor continued. Zhang Yi must have changed his pants. On these conditions, he dared to refuse a test. At this point, she spoke to the sword. Stop standing dead. Let's go talk to Zhang Yi. Let him know what was agreed yesterday. Tell him to accept it. The king held out his stick and shouted. We're not going to negotiate with him. The king quickly replied. Our leader, waiting for you a little bit behind here. Why don't you come together? The sword spoke. We discussed it yesterday. It doesn't make sense to all go together. Only 5 representatives should be sent. The king gave the invitation. So just 5 of you, please? The others can't. Be prepared to examine people first. Grandma goes to. What do you mean by examining Zhang Yi? This is his attitude. The king still puts his face on clothes. I don't know how to live and die right now. Are you really not afraid of death? I was on the phone and thinking. I really thought you could rape me. But it's good. Many people like to eat grenades. Uncle View received a call from Truong Yi. I understand. The king pointed his stick straight at the view. What else are you talking about? You don't see the situation in front of you with so few of you. We just need to spit. I drown them all. According to Zhang's plan, the king gave a sign. I know what's going on. Wait a minute. People from other buildings are also asking, but you have to wait, you can't do anything else. Through the barrel of the revolver, it's very clear. Very good this distance, probably didn't explode to his people. Suddenly, the young man put his hand in his mouth. I can hear the blood coming back. What is that? What is that sound? Young man swingers fisted 2 hands mouth babbling. First a small appetizer. Right after that, the young man hurled a grenade at the crowd. I was surprised when the grenade fell to my feet and still don't understand what's going on. What's that until one guy glares at me. It's too late. It's a big bang, a fire hydrant made. People are blown up. The bodies of the people nearby were thrown away. Is a grenade with grenades. And then there's a deep black snow hole. Lots of bodies underneath. Give me the phone out. Zhang's voice echoed. Many people think it's good. Channel secured RA video with script. Fastest read voice on YouTube. Please give me a like. Comments to get motivated quick out the next videos. Remember to subscribe to the channel and ring the bell to watch as quickly as possible. Channel secured RA video with script. Fastest read voice on YouTube. Please give me a like. Comments to get motivated quick out the next videos. Remember to subscribe to the channel and ring the bell to watch as quickly as possible. The sound of the translated chapter on the phone. Now what do you think, Nameless? The king is sweating cold, gnashing teeth, grinding teeth, lowering voice. We're here to negotiate. It doesn't have to be like this. The king thought. Where did this pig come from? Where did he come from? Sniper's still out there. He's got a grenade. Zhang Yi's voice continued to interrogate. With you, we need more than 1,000 people to negotiate. I can see they're blocking my view. So I'll just help you get rid of it. It's 2:30 and you have 5 minutes. Don't wait until the end of time, otherwise, you don't know what's going to happen next. Mrs. Lin Nok was worried about giving a sign. We're here in good faith to cooperate. Wait a minute, we'll be right there. The sword that stood nearby also took advantage. Please tell me what floor he is on. Very quickly the view replied to the 13th floor. Zhang Yi is currently up high looking down. Just one shot eliminated over 20 people. It's really useful, but now I'm on my guard. It's hard to cause such casualties. Still have to use savings. There were only 20 boxes of grenades. After a while, the others came up to the waiting room. It's over, just a few people. The sword breathed and answered. Yes, we are representatives, so let's start the negotiations. Failure cannot be solved all at once. You can only use another plan. Expand translation. You also know that the situation is difficult. Everyone is underdressed. Many even froze to death or starved to death. The name of the sword represents the building that stands out for negotiation. If you keep going like this, then we can't all live. So I hope you can understand. People don't mean anything to you. We just want to live. I have to use this to negotiate with you. As long as you provide food for everyone, according to previous conditions. The young man was annoyed to hear this. With these ridiculous conditions that hold the gun. When everyone saw this, they all stood up. The king then asked Zhang what he meant by SAO. I'm telling you, even killing us is useless. Until then, everyone in the apartment won't let you. The sword calmed the situation. Mr. Zhang is calm. Is there anything we can talk about slowly? The young man answered a grayish question. What are you nervous about? I just feel like this gun is getting in the way. Get out of there. There's nothing to stress about. Don't worry, sit down and continue to negotiate. Green beans. He pointed a gun at people and said he wasn't nervous. Right, Tiger Youth Cool Kindergarten. The young man had 5 guns in his hand and said, "First of all, the conditions you set. I can't accept it. Food to feed thousands of people. In many apartment buildings. I also cannot bear. The back can't bear it. The most important thing is you can control residents of a building. In the context of a world catastrophe like this, surely they're all smart people. As far as I know, you're not so kind that you're hungry. Still worried about your neighbors." Didn't the young man knock on the table a beam? "Now I've come up with my terms of cooperation. If we do not accept, we fight. These people don't even dare to speak up right now. First, I can provide food. It's mainly food for you. But the quantity is limited. I only feed 10 people per building. Specifically, these foods are divided by AI. I don't manage. You make your own decisions inside the building. That's every day. I have to feed over 300 people. That's my limit. I don't want any more because I only have a belt." Lynn Knockboss heard that and protested, but with a wrinkled face. "Not 10 people too few. I'm here with 76 survivors. My company alone has more than 20 employees. How do we divide up by then?" Channel secured RA video with script. Fastest read voice on YouTube. Please give me a like. Comments to get motivated quick out the next videos. Remember to subscribe to the channel and ring the bell to watch as quickly as possible. Some brothers and sisters say, you can make short videos without making long videos. Because this is a hot thing. The author is out. I can only draw a short clip every day. If you don't have a new one, do something. There is no one other than the author, website, or any channel that's faster than you. Stay tuned to the channel. Ring the like bell and comment enthusiastically. To piss sister motivated out quick new video. To hear the words of Mrs. Lin Knock is impossible. Zhang Yi is angry. Smash a 6 gun on the table. So it's non-negotiable. Granny Sperm and Lee Sword startled. Suddenly the emperor's voice boomed. Wait, Lin Knock. Don't rush to represent everyone. I see this amount of food. We can still negotiate. The king thought for a moment and then spoke. 10 parts too little. At that time, we won't be able to explain it to others. At this point, Zhang Yi picked up the gun and loaded it. Young man plugs a lip. We provide food for 300 people a day. You see a little. Why do elephants ask for money now? The swordsman hurriedly raised his hands. Slowly, the porridge will be good, Mr. Truong Yi. We need to reconsider this. You say different conditions. The young man quickly responded. Is that better? Knocked the gun down the table. The young man put one foot on the table and continued. Next we need to negotiate the issues. You have to, in the next time. Because we want to grow sustainably. Just by looking for food outside, it can't be long. No one will know either. This snowstorm will last. How long? So we have to be self-sufficient to start labor. When I went out, I found a lot of seeds. I think we can grow trees like that. There will be a constant supply of food, the young man said as he poured out the blue seed bag. Just like our ancestors, food must come from the labor of hands. If you work, eat. If you don't, just eat sand. The emperor quickly said. Have you ever grown rice? In this cold weather, the rice will freeze to death. The youth is as cold as ice. The words of young people, it's colder than the ice. No matter how cold it is, we can still survive. I'm waiting for someone else right now. Food and fuel will run out sooner or later. If you don't try, I know if it works or not. The young man pointed his gun outside and said. Besides, it's all land outside. Just clear the snow. Below is self-sufficient hope. It's our food. Even if there is a ray of hope, try it. Continue. Young people translated, pointing hands on the building representatives. All you have to do is send people every day. Work out. So that I can see that reclamation is actually progressing. Just agree. I will provide you with food. Food quality will also be guaranteed. I even offered cigarettes later. Alcohol, clothes, even pharmaceuticals. When the king heard that, his hands trembled when he smoked. Did you get a cigarette? The emperor quickly reached out his hand. Do you have a cigarette? Give me a cigarette. I haven't smoked in half a month and I'm going crazy. To rush out a pack of Mabu. 2 cigarettes quickly taken out. CC. Does the fire carry fire? Is there a lighter? Here, light it up. The 2 guys quickly pulled a little fat. Quickly the O-shaped smoke was released. Young man hit the muscles of 2 drug addicts. How come now my conditions have been set? Do you agree? The sword is still in question, but the other 2, yes, constantly. Just make sure you have a cigarette. I agree to all the conditions. The king and the emperor launched. Quickly move on. But you have to promise me, give me at least 2 packs a day. I have the same condition. Smoking for lung burn always or something that 2 packs a day. One day one more pack off the table. Does anyone have a pin? Or you can't smoke a cigarette? Young man spanking people's heads like that. If you meet the geek, what choice do you have? So the two quickly agreed. I promise a pack a day. You must bring it to us. So today, our negotiations have reached an agreement. The other 3 are Tran Lin Nok, the Sword, and Zhang Noyan as if to stand. Some brothers and sisters say, you can make short videos without making long videos. Because this is a hot story. I can only draw a short flash every day. If there is no new lightning, what do you do? There is no one other than the author, website, or any channel that's faster than you. Stay tuned to the channel. Ring the like bell and comment enthusiastically. To piss sister motivated out quick new video.